What do you advise parents on how to filter all this tragic news for their kids?
It's hard because it's hard for adults to filter it, much less children. I think that having 3 kids of my own, and certainly they were young when 9/11 happened, and we treated it differently with each one. Our youngest daughter, Lily, she didn't need to know everything that was going on. She wasn't glued to the television.
How old was she?
She was, at that time, I think she was 7.
Okay.
But nowadays, even at that age, I mean, that wasn't, jump ahead to now, and even 7-year-olds are now processing a lot of information earlier, more so than they did then. But I think if a child is young, really young, I don't think you want to share this, certainly not this kind of a story, because it's too overwhelming. And I think when a child is older and exposed to it, I think it's important to let them know. I mean, clearly bad things happen in this world, but that you're their parent, you are there to protect them, and they are safe with you.
It does seem to me that at almost any age, kids are going to hear about this. You probably want to have your filter on it as a parent, but that becomes a challenge in how to deliver it. How about for adults? I mean, at some point, even for an adult, it becomes traumatic. And this is going to be on the news 24/7 for a while. Is there a guidance you can give, not just as a journalist, who I'll get to in a second, but as a mom, as a woman, what you think is rational?
Right now, I'm at a loss, to be honest with you, because this is overwhelming. This number of children to be killed, it's just, I can't process it, because it doesn't make any sense. And I think you could sit here for days and weeks and months and never quite understand why someone would do something like this. But all you can do is, I think, grieve, because that's natural, and come together with other people. I think community is very important at a time like this.
As a journalist who's reported on events of this nature, although this is uniquely tragic, how does it wear on you? I mean, how do you deal with that obligation to tell the story, but not get destroyed by it?
Well, it's interesting. One of the first stories that I covered when I was working for the Today Show was Virginia Tech. Oh. Which was awful, and we went there, and first you have your journalism hat on, and you just have to tell the story. You have to give the facts. You have to be calm, because the audience that you're talking to is very, very upset. And so you have to be very delicate about the way you deliver the news, but straightforward as well. And that's what we did the first day. The second day, they had a candlelight vigil, and all these students were there, and I was there, not even covering it. I just went to be part of it, and these kids started coming up to me. And they were crying, and they said, would you just give us a hug? And in that moment, I realized that when they were off at college, they connected to us on the Today Show. I'm sure they did with GMA and every other show and CBS, as almost a parental figure, someone they could watch, or that they felt they knew, and they couldn't hug their mother or their father, and they were scared. And I can't tell you how much that affected me and brought that story home to me in a much different way than as a journalist, but as a mom.
But how do you cope then? I mean, you're absorbing all this pain, because you are their mom in many ways, or their sister, or daughter in some cases.
I guess I try. I mean, I'm pretty sensitive, and I cry easily. So I try to turn it around, that somehow you use this pain to sensitize yourself to be more compassionate to other people, because otherwise you're just going to crawl into a hole.
And just at a high level, what obligation do you think news organizations have to the story? How do they tastefully, and it is such a difficult dance, fulfill your obligation to portray the news, but also protect people from, and especially from people who are watching who aren't stable, who might actually want to copycat what they're seeing?
But I don't know how you stop that, to be honest with you, as a journalist. I mean, if somebody is crazy and hell-bent on doing something so irrational, I'm not sure that you can stop it. They have people who get through metal detectors and do crazy things. I mean, this guy goes into the school how did he go in with a gun? The whole thing. I don't know that as a journalist I could stop a copycat killing, but I think you have to be very responsible the way that you cover the news, and you have to know your facts before you start talking about things.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.